When a 14-year-old girl offered to help buy a house, her mother was puzzled. However, it was when her mother looked inside the newly renovated property that she was truly shocked. Willow Tufano was, in many ways, a typical 14-year-old. She was a big fan of Lady Gaga, loved animals, enjoyed walking her dogs, and spent time with friends. Like most teenagers, she had her moody days and occasionally clashed with her mom, but nothing out of the ordinary. What set Willow apart from her peers, however, was one remarkable fact. She was a homeowner at just 14 years old. Willow's journey began when she was 7, during a booming housing market in Florida. Homes in her neighborhood were rapidly increasing in value, and landlords were thriving. It was an exciting time filled with energy and opportunity. Her family moved into a large home, and her mom became a real estate agent, immersing herself in the thriving market. As Willow entered her teens, the housing market shifted dramatically. The boom ended and foreclosures became widespread, leaving neighborhoods empty and desolate. Willow's mom began working with investors who bought abandoned homes cheaply to rent out, knowing occupied homes were more profitable than vacant ones. One day, Willow accompanied her mom and an investor to an abandoned house. The home was filled with belongings left behind by a family who had moved out in a hurry. Seeing the opportunity, Willow offered to clear out the house and sell the items. The investor, eager for a clean slate, happily agreed. Willow got to work, listing furniture and appliances on Craigslist and eBay, quickly turning a profit. She soon repeated the process for other abandoned houses and began earning around $500 a month, a remarkable achievement for a teenager. As time went on, she didn't just spend this money on silly things either. Instead, she saved it and invested in other things, all the while still selling items that she acquired from empty homes. She really was quite an entrepreneurial young lady. But one day, Willow's mother, Shannon, went to look at a 2-bedroom concrete block home that was up for auction for $12,000. That was a fantastic price at the time, made even more shocking by the fact that it had once cost a little over $100,000 at the peak of the housing boom. Suffice it to say, the property was lovely and spacious and would have made a fantastic home if decorated properly. Unfortunately, the place was very much a mess at the time and would take quite a bit of fixing up. It looked as if people had broken in, while it had been abandoned and had messed up the inside. The windows were smashed, the walls were painted on, and even the wiring and cabling had been channeled out of the walls and taken away to be sold for scrap. Despite its size and once grand appearance, the house looked like far too much hard work for most people. But Shannon saw an opportunity there. It had once been beautiful, and it could be beautiful again. She could fix a lot of it up herself, and she knew a lot of people in the business who could help her out and provide her with all the materials she might need to restore the home to its former glory. Shannon started to plan it all out, making all kinds of decisions and coming up with ideas. But something was about to happen that she did not plan or even consider. That day, Willow approached her mother with a proposition, a business proposition. Willow had saved up well over $8,000 from her small business transactions and offered to meet her mother halfway by buying half of the house with her. Shannon laughed at the idea of her 14-year-old daughter buying a house at such a young age, but it quickly became clear that Willow wasn't joking or pulling some kind of prank. She was serious. She had the funds to buy half of the house, and she could rent it out and split the monthly profits. Willow had it all figured out. She had done her research and figured that if they rented the property to someone for around $750 per month, she could make $375 per month after it was split. If that were the case, it would take a year and a half for her to make her initial investment back. Shannon was staggered by Willow's diligence and plan, and she couldn't turn her down. So together, the mother-daughter duo bought the house. Soon enough, Willow and Shannon started to fix the house up. They cleared out all the rubbish, had the windows replaced, fixed the walls, and started decorating it. However, after a few weeks of hard work, Shannon had to return to her job. Willow offered to continue fixing the house up herself, and her mother, still genuinely impressed at how involved her daughter was with the purchase of the house, agreed to let her take control of the project and finish off the final touches of the renovation herself. 9 or 10 days later, Willow called her mother to tell her that she had finally finished and that the house was ready for her to see. She wanted her mom to put on her real estate agent hat and give a critical look around to see how much the pair could rent it out for per month. Shannon was excited to see the finished product, but she was in no way prepared for what she saw when she opened the door. Walking into the house, Willow's mom was shocked into silence. Willow's mother, Shen, walked through the house in stunned silence. Every room was painted and lavishly decorated with items that seemed far beyond what she thought her teenage daughter could afford. She could only manage a whispered wow as she moved from room to room, overwhelmed by the transformation. Willow and Shannon decided to rent out the house for $700 a month, and as Willow had predicted, the investment quickly paid off, earning more than its initial cost. Shannon was amazed at her daughter's business savvy and proud of her incredible achievement at such a young age. Still, Shannon couldn't quite wrap her head around the fact that her 14-year-old daughter had bought a house and was already earning passive income. She had no doubt this was just the beginning for Willow and was excited to see what her future would hold. I'm keen to know your thoughts on this story, so please don't hesitate to share your insights in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and found it engaging, I invite you to subscribe to our channel for more similar content. Feel free to share this video. Take good care of yourselves, and I'm excited to connect with you in our future videos.